What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Jolly by Nature, and we are back continuing our Pokemon X Nuzlocke series as a part of the Blastburn Radio Nuzlocke World Tour. Now, where we last left off, we are here in beautiful Shallower City. We have defeated Karina for our third Kalos Gym badge, and we have claimed our right of Mega Evolution via the Mega Bracelet. An interesting chapter of gameplay overall. A lot of really cool things, although unfortunately the big gym battle that you expect to be like this great hype moment turned out to be a little bit of a stinker. We're hoping that that energy does not carry forward with us through the remainder of the region. Now, the party as it exists in the party currently consists of Sashimi the Gyarados, level 32 Intimidate, Granola the Crobat, level 32 Inner Focus, Johnny the Pinsir, level 32 Moxie, all of level 32. They're all level 32, guys. We got Taquito the Overgrow Quilladin, and Baloney the Simple Barrel, still living on the squad despite literally all odds. So yeah, it is time for us to head onwards and outwards from Shallower City to newer and brighter pastures. So here we go. Here, neighbor, you should use this. Hey, that's a pretty good thing. Thank you for the thing. If you use the HM Surf, you can travel over the water. When I think about it, it's kind of amazing how a person like you came to Kalos and ended up traveling with me. It's like destiny in a way. All right, carry on. All right, so here's. Let's talk about encounters this week, because there are not a lot of them. That was part of the justification, honestly, in smushing these sections of gameplay together, is there's not a lot of encounters in either of them. So together, there's, oh jeez. Okay. So yeah. There's a fair number of encounters, but we're going to be tackling them in a very weird way. There's a number of things we really need on the team, and the biggest need I think that we have, pretty well unquestionably, is a strong, or like a really strong mixed attacker with good like type spread. And the good news is we potentially have one of those in Donut in the bank, but Donut is also not a particularly like hyper offensive girl. We also don't have a great water type at the moment. We have a great water type in Sashimi the Gyarados, no mistakes, but Sashimi isn't great as a water type, if that makes sense. Sashimi is great as just like a neutral hit physical attacker, and as a Dragon Rage spammer, like both of which are very useful skills to have, certainly, but does not make for like the penultimate water type. So good news is we just picked up Surf. Even better news is we are going to get access to the Good Rod this week, which gives us access to all sorts of significantly better water type options than we have had up until this point in the game, for which I'm very grateful. Now, as you may have noticed, that NPC back there wants to gift us a Lapras, which is actually not a terrible option for the squad at this point. But I do want to pick up our other encounters on the week first. I've got a very particular order that I want to tackle this week's encounters in, that will kind of determine whether we come back and accept this gift Lapras, or whether we take our chances in the grass. The grass here is interesting. There's not really anything that I super want. There is some really good stuff. There are really good normal types in Tauros and Miltank. I'm not super hype about the potential to pick them up because it's yet another Mon that is walled by Skarmory, which is currently just like the deciding factor in how much I hate my life in this series. Oh my god, if you hear my wife screaming in the background like a maniac, it's because we have our puppy now, and he is mercilessly attacking her. She's gonna be fine, I promise. So yeah. Don't super want a Tauros or a Miltank, although they would be a hype encounter. I would certainly take one if we get one. There is the possibility of picking up a Slowpoke, which is an interesting thing because it's a split evolution. It's a split evolution line, and half of that split line is on my personal ban list. I am not able to use Slowbro at this point. We've already used our good boy Bumbo in Series 2. Slow King, however, is not banned, so we can still catch the poke. We just have to evolve it into a king, which like is fine, but also like even still, like beggars can't be choosers. If I get it and it's my best water option, I'm probably going to use it. But like that feels almost like breaking the Hall of Fame clause on a technicality, right? Like it's the same reason that, you know, Anna got an Oddish this series, needed a grass type, and turned her nose up at it for other pastures. Because like, while yes, Anna can absolutely use a Blossom, it is absolutely legal. It feels a little grody and outside the spirit of the thing. It's not. It just feels that way. It's one of those things, right? But yeah. So there's Execute, which I think is honestly, like, of the encounters available in that grass, is probably the one that I would choose if I could choose, because it solves our problem of, hey, if Taquito goes down, yo, lefties, let's go. It solves our problem of if Taquito goes down, who becomes our grass type? And the answer becomes that Execute, which is fine. It's also potentially like a really good mixed attacker. Not that it has great physical attacking stats. It doesn't, although they're not terrible either. But it's a psychic type, which means that much like our Meowstic, it'll get access at least eventually to Psyshock. Which means that it can use its special attack stat to hit physically, which is in a lot of ways better than an actual mixed attacker. So yeah, it would not be a terrible friend to pick up. Would not be sad. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that grass encounter. There is also the option to Rock Smash for an encounter, which we could potentially take and get a Binnacle or a Dwebble. I'm not sure what circumstances we would find ourselves in where that would be a more compelling option than the grass, but like it's not impossible, certainly. That was his in headbutt. That actually hurt a fair amount, even through the Eviolite. Holy cow, Miltank. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. But yeah, it's an interesting route, is what I'm getting at. But if we don't get most of the water types that we're kind of angling for this week, or if we get them and they turn out to just be really, really bad examples of their species, that Lapras is going to become a lot more compelling all of a sudden. So we're just going to kind of have to see how that goes. God, Miltank is a fat fuck. All right. Thankfully, Taquito is a goddamn monster. If the question here is who is going to outlast, in a physical fight at least, the answer is almost always Taquito. Hit it with the P-Jab. Let's go. There we go. That could have gone a lot worse, actually. That was pretty damn good. Obviously, the really exciting thing about this particular section of gameplay is that because we're doing 2 gyms, we're going to wind up with 2 Eggmon on our hands, which is pretty wild. Obviously, just about every egg hatched up until this point in the series has had like pretty massive implications on the meta. I mean, the meta-defining mon for the series thus far, like without question, has been Skarmory Celeste's, or Starscream Celeste's Skarmory, which came out of an egg in week 1. And my own Optimus, as well as Johnny the Pinsir, have been really big. Carmelite, Anna's Aerodactyl, like now that it can hit things, is actually really, really potent. They're really strong. Far from the only really strong mon, however, like I do need to point out, like our Nuzlocke mon are definitely holding their own. You've got things like Sashimi here and Peanut for my team that have been really, really impactful. You've got Yum, Celeste Snorlax, and Brad her Raichu that have been very, very good. So I don't mean to imply that like Eggmon are the only Mon that matter. I think that's actually pretty far from the truth at this point. But they're important. Like they have potential to be significantly better than anything we catch in the wild. I don't think that that's a controversial statement necessarily. And it's really interesting that we're going to see like such a comparatively large influx of them in this chapter of gameplay. I've always really liked this route, by the way. I just think it's really neat. I love, again, I love all of like the riding Pokemon mechanics in X and Y, and this one's pretty good. Not that we're doing it yet, but you'll see in just a few probably. Rocky Helmet finishing off the Zangoose. Very nice. Oh shit! Now it is I who am intimidated. Oh no. Let's just stay in at least this one turn in Dragon Rage and just see how much damage we take from this Tauros. God damn it, that thing's fat. Oh god, it's pursuing. Well, I think it did more damage to itself than it did to me, so I'm mostly okay with that. Let's just return and see if that does more. Yeah, return definitely does more. Okay, so unless it's something that like outright resists or is stupidly physically defensive, return is always the better play. That's good to know. I think I misplayed in PvP last week, honestly, in at least one instance by using Dragon Rage instead of return. So it's good to kind of have that little bit of confirmation there, so I can bear that in mind moving forward. We've also got to be careful. The level limit for this like mini section here is only 34. So like Sashimi is about to be at level limit. Not that I expect Sashimi to be like a major player in the gym, certainly, but it's just something that we need to be like hyper vigilant of, that we don't over level. Certainly anything that we do need for the gym. That would be catastrophic. Yeah, and there's Sashimi. So Sashimi, good job, buddy. You are basically done until after Ramos. I think you can probably finish killing these Magikarps, though. So, I guess question of the day. Again, we just got our new puppy. He's home, he's here, he's good. He's a little gremlin, little trash bear, in case you haven't heard him again, just like trying to murder my wife in the background. So what are your puppy tips? Do you have any like training or tips in general for new puppy ownership? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My last dog lived to a ripe old age. I haven't had a puppy since I was like 19. It's been a while. It's been a grip. So yeah, if you've got any hot tips, let me know. I'd appreciate those. Thank you. Okay. So we are at kind of the entrance to the Azure Bay. God, I can't believe Baloney has survived outside of the egg box for this long. Truly an inspiration to us all. Got a water stone. That's potentially useful. Potentially very useful, actually. Gonna save us some trips. Okay, so we are in the Azure Bay. We are in it. Oh god, I still got Sashimi up front, don't I? I need to stop that. I do not need to overlevel Sashimi. Although, I mean, I guess, like, worst case, I overlevel Sashimi and I can't use him in the gym that I already wasn't going to use him in. But still, like, I need to chill. Sashimi needs to go in the back. Oh, there are some sky battles coming up, though. Aha, yeah, I need to chill on Sashimi, because Sashimi might actually need to see use in those sky battles. I literally was not thinking, and I really hope that that doesn't make this suck. Alright, Sashimi, to the back with you. I need to make sure I put you behind Granola, too. Let's put Taquito out front. That kind of accomplishes both goals at once. Okay. So you battle me. Do you give me the thing after, or are you just not the guy who gives me the thing? I am honestly not sure. Azure Bay has always been complicated, although I think probably less complicated than most like water-based places in these games. But complicated enough. I actually did not mean to leech seed that turn, but you know what? I'll probably heal back more damage than I take, so I'm fine with that. Yeah, I will. That's okay. God, Taquito's so fat. Taquito, bud, you're just the best. Let's go. You see a Carvana? That's a little spoop. Needle arm. He's gonna Aqua Jet and do nothing. I'm probably gonna deal more damage to myself with Rough Skin than he did to me with that Aqua Jet. Yep. Here we go. Nope, you do not give me the thing. Do you give me the thing? You give me a thing. And, well, no, I can't use it. That's part of our rule set. I was about to say, that is an option that I could try to hunt for a Mareep. Oh, hey, it's a picture spot. Where's Phil? Phil! My guy. Let's take a photo. Whose Lapras is this? I do not have one. What can I do to this photograph? Look at this photograph. No, not this one. Yes. How do I zoom out? Is it like this? Yeah. Zoom all the way out. Zoom all the way in. Yes. Great success. Thank you, Phil. My eternal comrade. Take my dollars. My real human dollars. We always tip our service professionals. Fellow members of the proletariat. That's a sky battle. All right. Well, we're doing it. Not gonna stop and think about this one. We've got. Oh shit! That's a Sigilif. Two sky battles inside of Azure Bay. God, do I even fucks with keeping Granola in here? Can I? I should be able to take a hit. I should be able to take a hit. Let's get some damage off. God damn. Alright. Well. God, it's Sashimi. I didn't heal Sashimi either. It's been a long day, and apparently I'm not thinking. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it? Okay, we ate it. Cannot take another one, though. I can't really afford to switch, though. I don't know how much damage that is going to do. Oh, fuck. Oh, I need Granola, though. I really hope this isn't the worst decision I've ever made. Please be faster. Please be faster. Let's go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why don't I ever learn things? Is what I need to know if I'm being 100 here. Okay, well we did a sky battle. That was Indra? Yeah. Let's heal the squad up. Heal you up too, Taquito. You're important. And I've got a cherry berry. Here we go. So now when we run into the other one of those out here, we're not going to try to kill all our beloveds. Like, that is one thing I really genuinely love about our rule regarding sky battles is they're a part of the game that is easily skippable in a Nuzlocke setting because they are so dangerous, and we have incentivized them and made them worth doing, which in games that largely lack the same type of mortal Nuzlocke danger that a lot of the other games that we have done in the past have, we've managed to find a way to really generate some of our own, which I think is just good for the series, frankly. Got a splash plate. That's useful. We'll take that. Hopefully we get some good surf boys to take advantage. I do need to find this fishing rod somewhere in this goddamn bay. Please. My kingdom for a good rod. Here's a beach. Is there a guy? No guy. That's the other sky battle. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, we got a Fletchinder. That's fine. Granola can fucks with Fletchinder. That's not a problem. That's more of a problem. I should have lumberied in hindsight, but you know what they say about hindsight. We've still got our Gyarados in the back. We're fine. We should still be able to KO this Fletchinder, even burned. And we see a Pelipper. That's fine. We're just going to go Sashimi here. Eat a water pulse, that's fine. Please don't confuse us, that could be annoying. There we go. Just land the return. Likely land one more. Yep. Please don't become confused. Please don't confuse hacks yourself to death. Okay, we're fine. We're good. We'll Dragon Rage. Why not? For variety's sake. There we go. Both of our sky battles for this area are done, which means that once we find like our goal around here, we can leave. We'll have what we need for the moment. There's still a lot of trainers here that I haven't been going out of my way to fight, so like we'll probably come back for some training at some point. But I'm not super plussed with that right this minute. I've got a very specific goal for being here, and once it's accomplished, I am Audi 5000. What are you? Are you literally just a rock in the ocean, or do you have something for me? Apparently, you are literally just a goddamn rock in the ocean. Alright. Well, where is my friendly neighborhood fisherman? Friendly neighborhood fisherman! I do need that good rod. There's a thing. Hey. This one wasn't just a rock in the ocean. I appreciate that about it, honestly. We're back to the big R. We're back to the big R. So there was no man's here. Let's just keep going west and kind of see what we bump into. That's a thing. No people. What about south of here? Use another repel. I hate burning through all of them, but I defo don't want my encounter yet. There's an item there. Let's grab that. Deep Sea Tooth. That could actually potentially be useful if we wind up stumbling ass first into a Clam Pearl. And Deep Sea Scale. Same. And X-Scissor, let's go. I mean, we've already got it on Johnny, but not a bad TM pickup by any stretch. I literally did not know that was out here. I was not looking for it. I'm just looking for a fishing rod. And like normally I avoid like any type of this kind of research, But if I don't find it soon, I'm probably just going to look up a map because water areas are ridiculous, frankly. And I don't want to be out here literally all day. As much as watching me wander this beach blindly is, I am sure, riveting content for YouTube. Like, how could it not be, frankly? Oh, I'm a dummy. It's not actually in the Azure Bay. That's why I haven't found it. Haha, I've done everything there is to do here, but there is no good rod here. It's in Coumarine City. Whoops. Well, good news. We did everything there was to do in Azure Bay. We don't have to come back unless it's just a train or to get our encounter. We will be coming back to get our encounter, of course. But not yet. I'm going back to the same place I already was. No, thank you. I'm just a big old goober who can't read, and that's fine. We've all got problems, honestly. I don't even remember what I was saying before I realized I was being dumb. I mean, I am glad I looked it up because I would have continued walking around, surfing around this bay on the back of a doofy beaver until the end of time because I am, as you say, a dipshit. I did not fight you yet. We're going to do that now, I guess. The one cool thing in the grass inside Azure Bay specifically that we could pick up is an Inkay, which I think is really rad, actually. Like, one of my more favorite Gen 6 Pokemon is Inkay and Malamar. Gotta be real honest, don't know how I would evolve it on my current setup. There has to be a way, right? I don't know what that way is. So it's probably better to just let that pass like a ship in the night, honestly. Need alarm. Taquito's getting real big. Bad news is when he reaches level limit for before Ramos, for before the gym, he will not yet be a chestnut. And he's starting to get to the level where not being a chestnut is irritating and a problem. But the good news is by the time we're done with on the week, by the time we beat, what's his name? Not Charon. Charon's the other guy. Science Kid. Sid the Science Kid. By the time we beat Sid the Science Kid in the Lumio City Gym, we will have a chestnut, which is pretty fucking rad. Taquito's really grown on me. I was not like ridiculously fond of the line for a while. Chestnut had grown on me from use in competitive to some degree, but like still like not my favorite starter line by any stretch. Oh, another holo clip. Who's holo clipping us now? Oh, hey. Jolly, I challenge you to a battle in front of the gym. Prepare yourself. Okay, do not go near the Coumarine City Gym yet. Got it. Loud and clear. Thank you for that, Serena. A great Ampharos in Azure Bay. That's a neat callback. I don't need your incense. Thank you, though. Yeah, give me a cherry berry. Fuck it. Yes! We always tip. Even though that is money that could go to hats. I honestly don't know if there's literally any benefit to tipping in this game. For some reason, I actually kind of doubt it. But it's the principle of the thing. Hey, we got a silk scarf. That's pretty fucking rad, actually. We're getting some really good items this week, and I am, frankly, I'm kind of here for it. There we go. Give me that good rod. Hell yeah. All right. How are we looking on time? Well, I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and do some YouTube magic, and we are going to go all the way back to pick up the encounters that we skipped. So I will be right back, and we'll start fishing up some lads. Okay, we are back, and we are back in our good Silage City, where we left behind what's his fuck, Mike O'Malley. Grant in the Silage City Gym. We also left behind an encounter here. And spoilers, since we waited until we got the good rod to come back, we're going to fish it up using the good rod. Shocking Shocking, I know. Let's go ahead and get out something that can paralyze. Well, I guess we have sashimi, but I'm not trying to get sashimi any more EXP. So we could do Wellington or Yam. Who's fatter? Neither of you are fat. 34, 55, 45, 41. Wellington has better, like, mixed defenses. We're going to bring Wellington to be our capture pal. Wellington, get you to the front. I'm on a bike, I'm on a bike, I'm riding on my bike. All right. So, good Rod, I choose you. All right, let's see what we get. So our Silage City encounter is going to be a horsey. I've actually got very mixed feelings about that. My hope was to pick up a Clauncher here in Silage City so I could dupes it out and I could have a better chance at a Staryu from Route 8. Instead, we got the rare horsey encounter from Silage, which is actually like a pretty hype encounter. I'm not upset at pulling a horsey. Inherently in and of itself, I'm upset because now I don't have that increased chance at a Starmie, which would really solve a lot of my problems, frankly. But here we go. We have ourselves a good seahorse pal. All right, horsey was caught. Horsey, the dragon Pokemon, known to shoot down flying bugs with precision blasts of ink from the surface of the water. We will give a nickname to our Horsey. We are going to name him... God, what do we call you? There's a lot of good seafood, right? But not any of its seahorse. That would be weird and gross and bad. We're gonna name you Tilapia. Does that make sense for a horsey? Not even in the slightest. But that is your name now, Tilapia. All right, so we got one more encounter to fish up in kind of this neck of the woods, and that'll do, I think, a pretty good job of informing what we need to do back on, what is that, Route 12 and the Azure Bay. So for Route 8, the encounter that we so specifically saved, our encounter is going to be, we get to Staryu anyway, let's go. No Clauncher, which I don't actually feel great about. I think Clauncher is a really rad Gen 6 Pokemon, and I did want to have one, even if it wasn't my first choice of boys to use necessarily. But the Staryu, I think, is so good here. Let's go. We got ourselves a Staryu. Another mon that I have tried to use on multiple occasions and it has never worked out for me, but you know what? Sashimi's doing alright, so maybe. Staryu, the star-shaped Pokemon, even if its body is torn, it can regenerate as long as the glowing central core remains intact. We are going to name you... Jelly Bean. Which is a very seasonally appropriate candy for the time that I'm playing this, at least, if not the time that you're watching it. Yeah, I like it. Let's take a look at our new boys. These are potentially really important new boys. Let's see kind of what they're made of. Okay, so we have a careful sniper. Careful, not ideal. Although Kingdra can definitely run physical. And holding the dragon scale, which is actually like really convenient. Thank you for having that already. Real quick, out of curiosity, Generation 6 by level up, what a horsey get? Does get Dragon Dance by level up. Not this week, but that is an important thing to know that it gets, which is potentially huge. Could definitely run like a mixed set. On that note, Outrage is an egg move, so no Outrage, which is a little bit more frustrating, honestly, but like not the worst. And again, gets Hydro Pump, gets Focus Energy, gets Dragon Dance. Doesn't get a ton of great physical moves to abuse that Dragon Dance. I mean, does get Return. The loss of the Outrage is definitely felt. Does get Waterfall, which won't be until later in the game. But okay, so this might not be like an immediate boy, but probably an eventual good boy. I don't feel bad about that encounter. Special attack stats also still higher. I could definitely run a Special Kingdra. Sassy Natural Cure Staryu. That's not bad for a lot of reasons. We got tore the F up by hazards in PvP this week, and so having something that can get rapid spin, which you do, right, by level up. Don't tell me I'm wrong there. Staryu Gen 6 got rapid spin at level 10. It's now level 25, which means we'll have to move relearn it. Okay, so it doesn't have it, won't have it until we get to the move relearner in a couple of weeks, but can get it, which is potentially really impactful. All right, I feel pretty good about this encounter, all things considered, honestly. Little frustrated that it had both rapid spin and recover and learned over both of them, so now they have to be relearned, but sometimes it be that way. Yeah, so good shit, good boys. We're glad to have them. We're gonna go ahead and leave that here, guys. It's been, I think, long enough for one video, and when we come back next time, we will be back on Route 12, picking up our Route 12 and Azure Bay encounters, so I hope you guys are looking forward to those. But that's gonna be it for me today, guys. As always, I've been Jolly by Nature. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Hey, what's up, everybody? You made it to the end of the video. That is so awesome. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons so you stay up to date on what I and my co-hosts are doing right here on the Blastburn Radio YouTube page. Also, be sure to check out Blastburn Radio Podcast, which is available wherever fine pods are casted, as well as at our website down below at blastburnradio.com. But yeah, we'll be back next time, and I hope to see you there. Take care.